On behalf of the Student Body President, Valedictorian, and Salutatorian, I am Jessica Lopez, Senior Class President, and I'm here to welcome you to our 2020 Gordon Central graduation speeches. In a pre-pandemic world, I would be welcoming you to our commencement celebration. Though our speeches will be delivered by video this year, our passion and enthusiasm remains the same. The class of 2020 is resilient, and we are grateful for the opportunity to still walk across the stage in front of our families and friends. To my classmates, I say this: guys, we made it. Throughout not only the past 5 months or past 4 years, but our whole lives, we have faced some of the biggest challenges. And yet, here we are, graduating in the middle of a pandemic. Every single one of you should be extremely proud of the great things that we have accomplished in the past 4 years. It seems as if just yesterday we were the lost freshmen looking for someone to sit during lunch. Little did we know, the people we would choose to sit with would become not just friends, but family. These would be the people you went to for advice, a cry, or a laugh. They would stick by you even after you laughed so hard that your applesauce squirted all into their hair. So whether you're staying close or going far, hold on to the friendships created in high school because they will last a lifetime. Looking back on the past 18 years of our lives, we may realize that we had a lot of help along the way. Thank everyone around you for helping you become what you are today. Thank you, parents, for the endless support. Gracias, mami, papi, por todo. Thank you to our friends who are always there for us. Thank you to all of the teachers who have treated us as their own and inspired us to do great things. And from the whole student body, thank you, Gordon Central, for some of the greatest years of our lives. We have faced so many challenges in school, and I would like to give all of you your last high school homework assignment. As the great Gandhi once said, "Be the change that you wish to see in the world." I challenge all of you to go into the world and fight for what you believe in, even if nobody is behind you. You will encounter so many people that will push against you, but do not let that faze you. You will push harder. You will persevere. Make a legacy for your name and leave a mark on this world, the same way that you have done in our school. Go out and be amazing. I know that every single one of you can. Congratulations, class of 2020.
Color guard, attention. Forward, march. Mark time, march. Color guard, halt. Present, arms. Post, colors. Post. About face. Present, arms.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Order, arms. About face. Forward, march.
Greetings, members of the board. Dr. Kimberly Fraker, Mr. Brian Hall, faculty, parents, families, friends, and fellow graduates. I am John Victor Rainwater IV.
And I am Aubrey Lynn Green.
It is with the utmost honor that we come before you as the valedictorian and salutatorian for the Gordon Central High School senior class of 2020. Due to the strange events of this year, we must deliver this speech in an unorthodox manner. Nevertheless, Aubrey and I are pleased to meet this challenge, and we are proud to address those events that have shaped our class over the course of the past 4 years.
Before we begin, we would like to express our gratitude to those who helped us reach the milestone of graduation. Thank you, teachers, for working tirelessly, caring for us, and encouraging us through everything such as our sporting events, our academic careers, and our personal lives. Thank you for making our high school experience the best it could possibly be. Many of us have developed relationships and connections with you, which will last a lifetime.
Equally important, we would like to thank Dr. Fraker and the school board members for making those difficult decisions for the school system and students, which enhanced our online learning experience. We are most grateful for the janitorial staff for keeping the school facilities clean throughout our 4 years of high school, especially during this pandemic. In addition, we appreciate the work of the transportation staff, which work diligently to get us to and from school safely each day, as well as the cafeteria staff for feeding us daily. We cannot thank you enough.
This year, our class was challenged in an unimaginable way. As the world was put on hold, the nation united in hoarding toilet paper and supporting one another through the fears of the COVID-19 crisis. Along the way, people showed support for the many graduates of 2020. Graduations, proms, and jobs were unfortunately put on hold. Though the cancellations were disappointing, we must not forget those lives which were lost during this crisis. The many essential workers, from doctors to those in grocery stores, deserve to be applauded for their hard, diligent work throughout the pandemic.
Shockingly, we have also arrived in the middle of a different kind of pandemic, a racial and social pandemic, which has garnered worldwide expressions of outrage at the mistreatment of minorities, as well as those with differing beliefs. It is our hope that the class of 2020 will continue to show the world that our generation is empathetic to all people, regardless of class, color, gender, or religion. We are all the human race, just trying to make our way in the world, and we will not stop fighting for justice until everyone is treated equally.
Although our classes faced a multitude of challenges that are far different from other graduating classes in this nation's history, we have managed to adapt and persevere through these times. Perseverance is something we as a class have demonstrated over the last 12 years, and it is something we will continue to exhibit in the years to come.
Martin Luther King Jr. said, "The ultimate measure of a person is not where they stand in moments of comfort and convenience, but where they stand at times of challenge and controversy." While the events of the past year seemed insurmountable, it is important to remember it is where we stand at the times of challenge that is important. Challenge is where one truly grows. Without the challenges life pitches at us, we would be left in our comfort zones with inadequate growth.
These great trials and tribulations have required us to persevere, whether that meant dealing with personal challenges, spending grueling hours through the night finishing projects, or last-minute studying for an Albright test. We all have faced challenges. These challenges, however, have all been worth it because we are here celebrating our many accomplishments.
Throughout our 4 years, we have been successful at whatever we put our minds to. We are the class which garnered 2 state championships in one act, and we are the class that revitalized our football program and sent our girls basketball team to the playoffs for not only the first time in school history, but for 3 years in a row.
Not surprisingly, we continued our amazing streak of soccer playoff teams, including the first home playoff soccer game in school history. While having the first tennis team to ever qualify to go to state playoffs, other state qualifying teams included the Raiders of JROTC, the cross-country team, and the academic bowl team. All these accomplishments have been made possible through our commitment to excellence and the continued guidance from our loved mentors.
At this time, we would like to shift gears and pay special homage to the educators who have shaped our lives.
Ms. Renee Hughes, we honor you for your endless support and attention paid to each and every one of your students. You are someone who has greatly impacted us through our years here at Gordon Central.
We would both like to thank Ms. Connie Worley for helping students reach success in every way possible, as she is someone who constantly supports her students.
We would also like to recognize Miss Elizabeth Parrott for her attentiveness to her students, as well as her diligence towards empowering her students through learning.
To Mr. Matthew Wiley, we are forever indebted to you for your humor and inspiring nature.
We must also recognize Miss Shannon Rainwater for her humble and earnest regard for each and every student she encounters.
Before closing, I would like to say, thank you, Mom and Dad, for always teaching me the importance of my last name. Because I am Rainwater Strong, I know there is a legacy to carry. Your love for others and selflessness has influenced my character. Thank you for teaching me the importance of learning. Without you both, I truly would not be here today. You guys mean more to me than you'll ever know. Thank you, Mimi, for always teaching me the importance of living in the moment and the beauty in storytelling. Thank you, Graham and Gramps, for giving me wisdom from table etiquette to different cultures all around us. Thank you, Grandpa Champ and Grandma Sandy, for teaching me to live in the moment and to remember to laugh. To my extended family, while I do not see you as often as I would like, I want you to know that I would not have gotten to where I am today without your wonderful support and confidence in me.
Likewise, I would like to take time to thank some very influential women in my life. First, I would like to thank my mom for all her support throughout every moment in my life. Thank you for always loving me and being there when I needed most. Thank you for all the incredibly valuable lessons and morals you've instilled in me, such as success may not always be found in a dollar amount. You also taught me to never stop dreaming and to have confidence in oneself, as ambition can get you far in life. Your hard work and patience shown in raising two young women has truly impacted me and made me the woman I am today. I would also like to thank my aunt, who I affectionately call Riri. Thank you for all you've done. Thank you for showing me the incredible power of a woman and for teaching me that women too can be powerful creatures. We work for what we want. We are dignified, strong-willed, and in fact, very powerful. Without these two women in my life, I would be left astray. They truly exhibit the strong women, indeed raise strong women.
The close of one chapter is followed by the beginning of the next. I will be spending the next 4 years attending the University of Georgia, pursuing a degree in environmental engineering, while also continuing my athletic career playing rugby.
Following high school, I will be attending the Georgia Institute of Technology, where I plan to earn a degree in business administration. We are both incredibly grateful for the opportunities we've been given to further our education, as many others in our class.
We also pay our respects to our classmate Charlie Childers, who we lost in March of 2019.
You are here with us in spirit, and you will forever remain in our hearts.
We miss you, Charlie. This year, even while facing unfortunate circumstances, we as a class earned a multitude of scholarships, and we plan on using those funds to further our education and have a positive impact on our community. The class of 2020 will take the lessons and knowledge we learned here at Gordon Central with us into the world as we take the next steps towards our future. Congratulations, class of 2020.
Hello, parents, students, faculty, staff, community members, and the Gordon Central High School class of 2020. What an odd journey this has been to get us to these video speeches in lieu of our traditional graduation ceremony. When I graduated from GC with the class of 2006, the ceremony was hosted at the Forum in Rome. The change to have Gordon Central's graduation ceremony on our very own football field in our city, easily accessible to our community, brings us closer together and makes it more meaningful to walk across the stage. That is why creating changes to the end of the year due to a global pandemic has been extremely difficult for Gordon Central and every other high school across the nation. Change is a difficult process, but when your entire day-to-day norms and social interactions are rewritten, it can become nearly impossible. These are unprecedented times of economic hardship, fear, anxiety, and the unknown still looms ahead regarding the global pandemic of COVID-19. Social distancing and other things that have gone into effect sent our seniors out of the building on March 12th to never return to class again. As it said on your shirts from our senior graduation parade drive-thru, you have truly become champions of Senior Skip Day. Even though the odds have been stacked against you with challenge after challenge, these hardships can never take away your achievement or undermine the successes that you have had as a Gordon Central warrior. Nothing can take away what you have managed to do up to this point, and only you will decide where you go next. I could have never imagined when I was hired last year to be the principal of my alma mater that my very first graduation speech would have to be recorded and distributed online instead of in front of all of you in a jam-packed Ratner Stadium. In some ways, it's almost a relief. Don't get me wrong, I'm fairly familiar with talking in front of a lot of people, but I doubt many watch a graduation ceremony and say to themselves, man, I wish I was the guy sweating in a black nightgown on stage, running out of breath, quoting Mark Twain too many times. Over the last few months, I've had to throw out parts of my speech for the more important ideas and encouragement I have now. For instance, I had to edit out at least 2 different TikTok references that, in hindsight, would have just made the seniors call me a boomer. Despite the nervous energy of speaking in front of so many people, a graduation speech from the principal is an important milestone for me. It's a platform to honor and celebrate these seniors who took me in, apprehensively accepted me after all of the sudden changes from last school year, and even forgave me for converting the 1-hour lunch into our new 2.5 intervention block. Mostly. I'm only mentioning it in my speech now because I can't be heckled by the senior crowd. Still, I had an obligation to talk to these seniors, look at each of their faces in the crowd, and tell them how cherished they are and what special moments have made up this year. We will not have the memory of me speaking face-to-face in front of a jam-packed stadium of family and friends. However, that does not diminish how fond I am of the memories made and how important you seniors have been to me coming back home and being your principal. The class of 2020 is the last class of students who knew Mr. Hall, the teacher, the AP English and video production teacher in room 212. In the 4 years you spent at Gordon Central, you've grown from bright-eyed freshmen trying to find their classes to adults seeking your next great adventure toward success. Graduation is a time of self-reflection and acknowledging our past so we can move forward. Memories are an important aspect of that remembrance. This senior class did not get to make some of the memories they expected to, like a traditional prom, or receive recognition for events that would have but did not occur. Skills USA state winners, golf matches, state literary, Schuler Awards recipients, and state tournaments for boys and girls soccer or track. Our boys soccer team, if you weren't aware, they were first in the state, they were undefeated right when the season got canceled. And boys, no one can ever take that away from you. While COVID-19's necessary social distancing guidelines stopped Vanessa Perez from missing high fives and bopping my forehead, the pandemic should never prevent us from moving on from what could have been and instead revel in what was. We can relive the spectacle that is high school with moments like Jesse Walter's 80-yard rushing touchdown and that 3-point shot he made with 0.6 seconds left on the clock. I'm personally going to try to unlive the memory of Ryan Hardcastle's Daisy Dukes and cowboy boots as he marched tuba for our Halloween football halftime show. Memories, both good and traumatic, are what connect and bind us together as a unified community, as a tribe. Memories like Hugh Don jumping off people's backs, cheering for our state playoff girls basketball team as Brooklyn Tao drains a fourth quarter top of the key 3 to put away the game. Chandler Smith and Madison Reyes dazzled people with their talents in Calhoun's Dancing with the Stars. And the dynamic trio of Avonlea, Sierra Scott, and Cage Hegarty exemplified the senior bright stars we have with the 1-act state championship and the seniors on the state literary team that won region. And Cage, I still feel like your fly-by-night grumpy New York accent would make the perfect alarm clock tune. Our construction shop will always proudly hang the banner of the national championship quality work ethic of Kevin Ferrer. And star teacher Miss Carol Ferguson will always hold dear the relationship she had in class with our star student Samantha Jordan. Let's also not forget that quarterback Nelson Gravitt taught me that it's possible to sling a 50-yard touchdown and successfully rock a mullet during the same football season. Way to go. Boys and girls cross-country teams both competed in state tournaments, as did our volleyball team captained by Jackie Alvarez. Our baseball, softball, and tennis programs continue to grow and improve. And the direction that Coach TJ Hamilton's taking our football team is one built through love, compassion, and the desire to compete. I'm proud of the grit and determination of our wrestling team, especially Jasper Stepp, who, despite the odds of being placed in an incorrect weight class against bigger athletes, qualified at region for the state tournament. Jasper avenged an early sectional loss with a huge state win, which I'm sure that made his mother Kelly extremely proud. I'd like to thank Cameron West for celebrating these memories with our entire school through planning and hosting our pep club rallies and staying connected with the student body to open dialogue about improving school culture. And just in case you might forget the important people and events of your high school career, be sure to look up Jenny Hernandez and relive the magic through her professionally produced photography and videos. You might hear Cooper Hunt's deep, powerful narrating voice in them, celebrating us Gordon Central Warriors. When he's not busy getting Mark Wahlberg to do it for him, of course. I asked the class of 2020 to cherish your memories and the time that you've spent at Gordon Central High, just as I have as a student, teacher, and now principal. But now I must also implore you to take these memories and take the call to action, creating positive change to better your lives and our community. Improve our tribe, unified. Senior capstone projects like Aubrey Green's St. Jude's Children's Hospital Charity Drive remind us we can all make a difference and impact the world around us, locally, nationally, and globally. Today's social climate has become one that feeds itself on rifts, division, and inequity. It devours reasonable discourse, responsible accountability, and faith and goodwill toward humankind. Additionally, the pandemic has only multiplied mental health problems in America. Anxiety and depression continue to be some of our toughest personal foes. We fight these things with brotherhood, love, social acceptance, and care. We cannot improve ourselves with an unwillingness to see multiple perspectives and show empathy to others. When communities learn to accept one another wholeheartedly, regardless of differences, only then can we become that unifying word, tribe. I had an uplifting and gratifying Zoom conference with John Victor Rainwater, Jessica Lopez, and Junior Kayla Melgar about race, gender, and equality. These students felt the call to action and have started the conversation about what steps we as a school community, as a tribe, can seek to improve all students' learning and social experiences at Gordon Central. We spoke in positives. It wasn't about what was not happening, but it was about what we could do to make it better. I believe 100% that we have the best students in the state, in the nation, and no one can take that away from us. Our teachers love and care for all of you and want to see you succeed. But that does not mean we cannot all improve from learning about things we have not personally experienced or ever fully understood. Bob Dylan sang about changing times in the 1960s. And in that song, there's a lyric that goes, "Don't criticize what you can't understand." Empathy is difficult when we struggle to find ways to relate to an idea, situation, or circumstance. During the meeting with mostly senior student leaders, we discussed how school culture and our learning environments can change based on better awareness and support students, especially our minority groups may feel alienated or disconnected from the school community. Gordon Central High School will continue to work with our students, families, and community members to provide the best instruction through developing genuine relationships that make students feel safe, comfortable, and able to have open dialogue about how they feel and what they need to be more successful. These students, these seniors, felt a call to action and reached out. And already they've received comments from our staff and other community members about improving cultural empathy and working alongside each other. But how do we get there? This change does not happen overnight. Change occurs when the foundation of understanding is developed. We must first learn to understand our neighbors, and we build on that with celebrating, not ostracizing, our differences. As a school, it's time that Gordon Central re-examines our mission and vision statements to ensure all stakeholder needs are evident in our commitments and school improvement goals. Those statements, the commitment we have as a school to our kids, needs to become the norm, not just expectation. Habits. The legacy of the class of 2020 is the starting point for us here, right now. But you have the power to go beyond just our school. You're strong individuals, and you each have a voice that matters. There's strength in the word community, and our pride in the tribe motto reflects being proud of where you came from and who you are. It does not reflect arrogance or diminish the value of others and their accomplishments. Take joy in your culture, heritage, and school. Having power means knowing how to wield it, not abuse it. Invisible Man author Ralph Ellison said, "Power doesn't have to show off. Power is confident, self-assuring, self-starting and self-stopping, self-warming and self-justifying. When you have it, you know it." Seniors, I need you to know it. You have the power that you may have never realized before. The power to shape our world, change minds, serve the less fortunate, accept others, practice faith, show leadership. Your capacity for equality, faith, love, and compassion can and will make a difference if you choose to use it. I pray you do. Class of 2020, your possibilities are endless and your story unwritten. Author Toni Morrison compares the next adventure in your life to what kind of story you would want your life to tell. She said, if there's a book that you want to read, but it hasn't been written yet, then you must write it. High school serves itself as an opportunity for self-discovery of talents, interests, skills, dedication, and knowledge. After your June 26th graduation, you have to take those qualities and put pen to paper and tell the story of what happens next in your lives. You're also full of personality and passion, your drive for success, that ability to overcome failure and doubt, high expectations, and dreams. Do not let today's circumstance dictate tomorrow's possibilities. Take yesterday's memories and reaffirm to yourself, I matter, and so does everyone else around me. To the faculty and staff at Gordon Central High School, thank you for the heart and soul you pour into these seniors. You have equally overcome a lot during these last few months, working tirelessly to provide for students in any and every capacity, and I'm proud to call myself your principal and leader. To the GC teachers who taught me back in the early to mid-2000s, I apologize one last time for any disruptions I caused or jokes that didn't land right in your classroom. My senior superlative was class clown, but I still contend I was merely a verbal observer. To the parents, guardians, and family members of our graduating seniors, I hold a deep appreciation and gratitude for you to entrust us to educate and support your child. Your willingness to stay connected frequently with our teachers and faculty members during the school shutdown was phenomenal. Reflect on all that your senior has gone through and realize that you share his or her journey in this moment, and you will continue to share in that memory as you stand in front of the stage on June 26th. For Superintendent Dr. Kimberly Fraker, on behalf of the faculty and staff of Gordon Central High School in the Gordon County School System in Calhoun, Georgia, I certify that the students presented June 26th have met the requirements set forth by the Georgia State Department of Education, and I recommend the members of the class of 2020 as qualified candidates for a Georgia high school diploma. Thank you.
Greetings. I am Cameron West, Student Body President. From the first day we stepped into the doors of pre-K, we have always dreamt of this day. At least I know I have. During our time in school, we have made everlasting friendships while facing many challenges and hardships along the way. But in the end, we are the class of 2020, and we will forever cherish these memories we have created together for a lifetime. In the class of 2020, we have future electricians, politicians, construction workers, doctors, nurses, dentists, and many more occupations of choice for the future. I have complete confidence that my classmates and I will be the success stories that our parents and loved ones have dreamt of. I have no doubt about it. Despite the obstacles we have faced and encountered over the years, we truly stepped up to the plate and worked hard to get to where we are now. We faced a world pandemic, and many of us had to work more than one job, all while going to school. Yet, we managed to emerge as graduates. We may have encountered some difficult times, but know that I am proud of every single one of you. And I could not have been happier to serve as the Student Body President for the year of 2020. Lines from our graduation song: I am still your dreamer. State: Thank you for the moments when I learned how to stand on my own, and I'm forever grateful for the memories of the life and the love I have known. To our teachers and parents, especially my own, Shane and Becky West, we thank you for your unconditional love and support. To my classmates, I wish you all the best of luck. Once we walk across that stage, it is officially time to restart our lives and prepare for our futures. I cannot wait to see every one of you succeed because I know all of you will. Thank you and congratulations to the class of 2020.
There's a place deep in our hearts that will stay with you for now and always. When I was a child, though I was small, I was your dream representing true joy. Memories and seeds, chasing my dreams. This is my time now to try something more. I'm grateful.